Stuck paying bills, losing. Give it some raw, no cut, no.
Is there any misconceptions that you feel like people have about readers that you would want to clear up right now?
That we tell the future. Because that's not really it. It's like I
Okay,
told you,
because I
it's
was gonna
like
ask you for the numbers for the Mega Million, girl. Like, can you
it's
please
like it's like
get on live so we can go live? Do do do. We are connected. Hi.
once. Hey, Vet, what's
What?
up?
Nothing. What's going on? How have you been?
I'm good. Hold up.
Good. I'm excited about these questions because I got some questions. So as always, this is Give It to 'em Raw podcast with your host, Freshie, of course. Saying the stuff that you guys are scared to say. And as always, if you feel played or you don't agree, just hit your fucking mouth because we don't care. Fuck wrong with you. Anyways, outside of that, we're going to go ahead and jump right into it. So just give people a little briefing of who you are. What do you go at? Like, what is the, I guess, politically correct term I should address you as? A tarot reader or?
Well, you can hear me?
Hmm?
All right, so in my bio or whatever, it says intuitive tarot reader. So I only put that so people could because people are used to that word or any
Mm-hmm.
kind of reader. But me personally, I don't have a title. Just being honest. Like when I'm on, a lot of the times when I introduce myself, I'll be like, "Hey y'all, it's Zhenga," and I do everything because literally I feel like I could do everything. And it might not be something that I offer that's like listed, but people come to me for services things I've never done before sometimes. And I'd be like, all right, we try it out. And the shit works. So, or I do whatever they ask me to do. So that's just how I go about it. I feel like why put yourself in a box like that?
Right. I feel
So,
you. I just wanted to ask because I've seen that a lot of people are so particular about the terminology. And for me, it's just like, if you have a gift, that I just say I have a gift, or that person has some certain type of spiritual gifts that other people may or may not have. But it's like, call me this or call me that. And it's like, is it that deep always? So I was curious.
some people, yeah. But I feel like one title I am gonna adopt is spiritual therapist. That'll probably be the only one that, you see on the card or something like that when it comes to that kind of work. So
Awesome. So what are some of the services that you provide to your clients or people who ask? I want to
all
know.
right. So I do readings, basic phone readings or audio readings on any kind of topic. So it doesn't really matter whatever they want to talk about because they basically buy in the minutes. I do talk therapy, which I don't use any kind of cards or nothing like that. And we go off of intuitive messages and my personal experiences. So far the talk therapy is about getting off of medication and getting on something more plant-based or
Mm.
wound healing or healing yourself from STDs, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's what we mostly talking about right now. Some people do come through with relationship stuff too. I do dream work interpretation. I gotta think about everything I do. I create organized pyramids and necklaces,
Awesome. Yes,
basically
plug your shit. Plug
energy,
what you
energy
do.
work. Yeah, like I said, spiritual therapy. But people ask me if am I a medium? I mean, kind of, but no. Like the messages, I do ancestral messages that might come from somebody who no longer in this realm, but I don't call myself, that. But a lot of stuff I do for myself, like dressing candles, making herb blends, teas. Like I do all of that, but I don't always just do that for other people. It's just really right now some of that's
So
just for me.
explain, because I also kind of been tapping into dressing candles, but explain to people who don't know what that is. What does it mean to dress candles?
All right, so all it is taking an object, clearing the energy from the candle, and making it for what you want it to be for. So it's like a beacon of light, if you will, or like a prayer, if you want to call it that. If you want to relate it to something, say you praying for like this, that, and the fifth. So you would dress the candle to match your prayer.
Mm.
So a good example, I needed some money real quick, and I burned the candle, and that bitch burned quick. And it was a green candle, and I put some cinnamon in it, some cayenne pepper, and then I said whatever I had to say, and literally the next day, money came through. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's just basically whatever you need help with healing. But I'm always burning candles on my ancestral altar. So that's just that. But
Right. Awesome. I fucks with that. So how did your journey begin? Like how did you know or that you had certain gifts or you were able to do certain things? Like did you have a mentor to help you or is it all self-taught or did it just come to you?
I don't really know. Let me see. How did I get into it though? It really started with watching TV and shit like that and seeing people call themselves witches and stuff like that. And since
Mm-hmm.
I was young, I always believed like I could make stuff move with my mind. So I would always try to move stuff, but it wouldn't move. But but yeah. So then that led me to getting into cards and then led me to elders in New Orleans in the community. And when I'm like, hold on, it's like real. I'm like, hold on, like these people are really doing this, and it's not no TV like Vampire Diaries. You know, I like Bonnie, she's the only black person. But I was like,
I
this
like
not this
the
kind of shit.
videos, but you know,
I mean, that was cool too. But
yeah.
I'm just like, damn, so this shit, hey Safari, and I'm like, this shit real. So what they really helped me with, they didn't it was the people around me and them really giving me confidence. That's what what it really is. People showing me love and just encouraging me to do whatever it is I want to do. And that's when I feel like all the other stuff will.
Oh,
All right, boom,
okay.
I'm back. All right, so yeah, so that's when I feel like it really opened up. Just people encouraging me.
That's awesome. So, what is your take on people who claim to have these gifts and don't? Or like, is it easy to like pick out people who say that they do certain things and don't for you, being that you are intuitive?
The thing about that is everybody can have these gifts. This is like who we naturally are. So we call it gifts because we're not used to it, but it's like your basic shit, just being real. Some of them people are just fucking lazy though. I'm just being real. If they could get $1, they get some money out of you, they'll tell you a little something, something. They might even tell you everything they picking up on. Like for real. They just do the bare minimum. Like with any service. If people could get in money, some people just do and give you the bare minimum. So that's what that shit really be. And it's not
Right.
like, and if they see you buying it, especially like people told me they didn't have really bad readings in the French Quarter from people visiting, and they first reading they didn't like it. And if they see you buying what you telling them, or just enough, they just give you just a little bit. So that's what I really
Mm-hmm.
feel it is. And
Yeah.
I've never had that experience with somebody, but I've had people try to tell me stuff about myself, and I didn't ask them. That's a red flag. When they try
Right.
to tell you all kind of good shit, and they'll be like, book a reading. Bitch, I never asked you. Like, you just
Right.
trying to bait me to get me to give you money. And I've had somebody tell me wrong shit, and I was just like listening, just chilling, like, yeah,
Has that
I'm
ever
never.
happened to you though? On the flip, like one of your clients was like, "This, what you told me, did not come to fruition." Like, did you ever have any of those encounters?
No, because I don't predict the future. I really just
Mm.
read the energy and what's going on. And and just to be real, I'm always right about that because I'm always tapping into the energy. It's your energy and you
Right.
agreeing to let me into it. So, you know what I'm saying? I can't see how no lie could be told unless you just living a whole lie out. But then I would know that. I would tell you.
Right.
Like,
Right.
like so
Yes.
no, you know what I'm saying? Everything that come up is a possibility or a timeline. But if you're not doing what you gotta do to choose that, that's not on me. And I definitely let
Right.
people know that during the readings. They know.
So I know. So my next question is, as far as the energy is concerned, like when you are doing readings and you have, like you said, you pick up on the energy or people allow you in their energy. How do you know that what you're picking up on is not for you, being that your energy is also there in the mix? Like, how do you know that? Okay, this is for me, and that's for whoever the person is, because y'all both are kind of entwined once y'all get to that space.
Because I set the intention before the reading that it's
Mm,
for them.
okay.
It's not for me. That doesn't mean when you're doing readings that you don't get messages that are for you, but it's not like I can't really explain it. It's like you'll know. I really can't because it's like I just know that's your life and I know my energy and it's my life. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes something might come up and it's like about procrastination. And then you'll be like, oh wait, I didn't get to hear that because it'll be stuff like that. But a lot of the times, really, really specific things, you just know, like, that's not for me. Like, that's for you. And
Right.
I'm always reminding myself, depending on who I'm reading for, especially if it's like a close, close friend, that this is their situation, not mine. Because I feel like the closer you are to the person, the more you might be prone to try to mix the energies
Yeah.
or whatever, or get really emotionally attached to what's coming up. And maybe you might want to say something, but don't say it. Certain times I won't read for friends because I just feel like I'm not supposed to, and they need to, do it themselves or go to somebody else.
Right. That's what's up that you do that because,
So
like you said, most people don't have that integrity to be like, listen, I don't want to, read for you because of. Do you ever have moments where it's just like some bad juju and you like, listen, take you and your evil spirits the fuck on out of here, man, because we're not doing that.
yeah, Chris, you're right. Um, no, actually, because I have it. People don't come up to me with no crazy shit. Only one time. Wait. One time. I ain't gonna lie. I was at Ascendance though, so that's like the dance parties in the city. That's like zodiac based, but it's so much more than that. And it was closed. Everybody was leaving. So I was done with readings. I did so many readings that night. And it was all so good. But this couple came up to me at the end and they was like, oh, we wanted one. And the man was like, okay, it's time to go. And the husband was like, I'll pay you however much, it don't matter. And it was drunk too. And the energy was just so like, ugh, like, so I had to tell them. And they kept talking to me. And I was like, look, y'all, I don't want to be rude, but you got to get the fuck. I was like,
But
I said,
not
a man told,
at the end of the
I said, a
day.
man told y'all to go, right? I said, we are closed. I cannot do a reading for you. The security is escorting people out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, I had to be like, no, like, ain't nothing you could
Exactly.
pay me to make me do this for you. And y'all drunk. Like, go somewhere. So if I would have
Right.
did that reading, that might have been one of those, but
How
so yeah, but
do you become drained at any point? Like always, like you said, you did so many readings that night. Like, does it become draining to
it
like boost
used,
your energy?
it used to when I first started reading for other people and I'll feel tired. Um, just because it was so much. But now because I'm either on Periscope or I've done in persons or I've done ascendance with all those people, I'm just used to it now. So it doesn't drain me. And then I have things that I keep on me around me and I make sure I clear the energy between people. At first I wasn't really doing all of that all the time.
Hmm.
So it used to, but now like I'm good. And if I don't feel like doing a reading, even if I have the energy, if I just don't feel like it, I'm not gonna do it.
Right. That brings some to my next question that I was going to ask. Like, how do you protect your own energy? But that pretty much answered that. Like, I'm not doing it if I don't want to do it. Like, fuck that shit. It's
Exactly. Like
over
some people will cover their heads when they read. Some people wear certain things of protection. Some people don't read without covering their head. I don't feel like I need to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like not to sound arrogant, it's just like I don't have to do that. I've been in so many situations in my life that I had to protect and shield myself that that's like my thing. So
right.
I'm really good at that just from
I
being in
feel you.
situations when I didn't have boundaries. So I don't need all of that.
So my next question is what most people ask, like, do you believe in God? Or do you believe in a higher power? Do you believe in the universe? What do you believe?
Yeah, I do believe in a higher power. I'm not gonna call it God as far as like the God in the Bible per se. Um, but yeah, because I'm like, even though I know I'm a powerful being and I feel like I am, I don't want you don't have to call me a God, but like I feel like on that level, if we made in the image of, then I feel like I'm on that level too. Fuck. You know what I'm
Facts.
saying? And calling myself a god or a goddess, I do get tested and things do come up, to be like, so you want to be a god, so we about to throw some human shit at you. Are you gonna react like a god would, or you gonna react as a human would? But I
Facts.
do believe in like there's somebody like definitely or some energy that I came from that's far greater than me to create the vessels and everything that we got going on down here. Like
Right.
real talk.
Yeah, I fucks with that because I'm like thinking back, it's like people, okay, they attach voodoo as a negative thing, or they attach or say that this is witchcraft or it's satanic and all these different things that they throw at different types of practices. So I'm just like, I want to see like what's your view? Have you ever at any point seen it as a negative thing with your own upbringing and then converted and said, okay, this isn't, I guess learn for yourself and was like, this isn't that? Because I know for a fact, like some of my grandparents and stuff like that, they'll look at it like, oh, that's witchcraft. And I'm just like, I'm practicing what my ancestors have done for years. So, what is your
E-
take?
Exactly. Well, because people love to throw the Bible, and they be surprised I've actually read some of it, and you need to read all of it. But the thing about that is that's all throughout the Bible, witchcraft or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
Jesus rose, that's the biggest spell ever. How you rise from the dead, bro? Like what the fuck? But I feel like everything is energy, so you can either do some good with it, and good to me might not be good to you, or you could do something bad with it. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
I just feel like it go whatever way you want to go with it.
Mm,
And that's the person that's wielding the energy. Decides that. That's how I feel. So I don't look at no matter what somebody beliefs or what they practice as them being good or evil or negative or positive, because it goes so much further than that. I
mm,
look at a whole, system, because you got to look at the individual and the people, whoever in it, because that's how I feel like it goes with Christians and other people as well. And they
right.
got some foul people out here.
Finally, because they ain't got nothing for us. Nothing is for us. But I don't know. I've always wanted to just like tap in. So what is the significance in numbers too? Because a lot of people feel like numbers is the way to get into their intuitive selves. So
You
talk a
say
little bit
numbers
to
are the
that.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how people feel like number. I seen this number and it's telling me this, or I need to pay attention to this. Is that real for some?
I think I think it is, because I feel like in a sense everything could be boiled down to a number, even if I don't know how to do that for every single damn thing. But like say I draw and I do sacred geometry, so counting the sides and the angles and bringing that back to a base number, I see the correlation. I feel like when you do the work and actually try to see the numbers or the energy, because they're just energy in things, it makes sense. And the thing about the triple numbers, or we don't have to be like 444. You could literally see like 125 could mean something to you. I feel like all numbers are activation codes, period. Whether you know consciously what they mean, it don't matter. Your subconscious mind sees them and it know what to do. Then your
Mm,
conscious self might be like, well, every time I see 444, it's when I'm feeling bad, and it make me feel better because I know like I need to go with my move. And then you attach your own meaning to it, to the numbers as well. So
right.
I need to get more into numerology, but I just go like off my intuition and how I feel and what was going on in my day when I keep seeing the same damn numbers
Right.
as well.
Right. Yeah, Psalms is definitely a chapter of spells. I somebody said
Oh,
that
I
in my
got the book. I ain't got the book on me, but yeah, the
you
little
did.
Psalms book. It's like a little blue and white book. That
Mm-hmm. I
it
have that.
work.
They, no, we're not talking about me, okay? We're talking about you. We're talking about me. But yeah, no, I definitely have that. How do you like even with I guess picking the right person, like what would you advise somebody who's trying to pick the right person to tap into their energies? Because I feel like just like
Mm.
they're all human at the end of the day. So it's like some people may be for you, some people may not. How do you go about like, okay, I should pick this person?
That's funny because I need to make some more like videos about it. I do talk about it every once in a while, but I never actually sit down and just be like, this is what you should do. But the first thing is you just need to go with how you feel about the person. Don't pick somebody because they're popular. You know what I'm saying? Don't pick somebody because there's a lot of popular Instagram, YouTube readers out here. Um, and just because people are going to, we don't even know people really going to them. Some people don't have the receipts. You need the receipts, for real, for real. You need the reviews. You do better going to somebody who then went to somebody, you know what I'm saying? Instead of just like you giving your money and your time to somebody who you have no idea. Then you need to watch these people. It's kind of like when you buying anything, a service. You need to see, okay, what kind of reader are they? Are they really good with love shit? Are they really good with business and finances? Because you can't go to somebody about some business shit when they don't read about that. That don't mean they can't help you, but I feel like personal experience is really important when it comes to the readings, as well as just drawing upon the energy.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody, I feel like, can't really relate a message if they haven't experienced it or been through it or something like that. So I feel like you need to know who you're going to as well, for real, for real.
Yeah.
And then, and the price. for some people matter. So go to people in your price point. Don't shame somebody for charging however much they charge because you can't afford it. That's not your people. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what that is.
Okay, because who got
So
time? 'Cause I need to make sure I can pay for these services because you might be lying, girl. We don't know. Not you, but damn. Because people do be, like you said, people do be lying. Is there any misconceptions that you feel like people have about readers that you would want to clear up right now?
that we tell the future because that's not really it. It's like I
Okay,
told you.
because I was going to ask you for the numbers for the Mega Million, girl. Like, can you
It's
please?
like it's like I actually have a friend that's really close. Every time she don't play her stuff, the stuff come up and she be playing around. But anyway, y'all ain't gonna. I mean, you will know when she win because she gonna give me some, but you ain't gonna know because I ain't gonna tell y'all for real.
Uh,
But
offline, off record. Tell me.
we don't read the future like, oh, you fortune teller. Where would that shit come from? It's like no, it's possibilities. So we can see a possible future in a sense, but it's not. Nothing is definite. You know what I'm saying? And we could tell you if you're doing this, and this, you're gonna keep going here. But if you do this, and this, you could go here. And it's like it gives you the, but the person decides. So people literally do what they know they ain't supposed to do, and then don't they never came back to me, but I feel like you can't come back to a reader and say, oh, it didn't happen. Well, what were your actions? What did you do? People leave
Right.
that part out.
Right.
But that's really it.
You said what?
That's I said that's really it as far as misconceptions. I don't really get people coming at me on no crazy shit or nothing like
Yeah,
nothing like
that's
that
good.
for real,
So you
for real.
probably doing what you're supposed to be doing. That's probably why. Honestly, like if it's not coming out of New Orleans, I am biased to any type of readers that's from any other place. If I'm being honest, unless you're like authentication, you know what I'm saying, from the motherland, something like that. Outside of that, I'm like, girl, I don't really just no, girl.
That
But
indigenous native energy is what I feel.
okay,
Is what I feel. Because one of my favorite readers from YouTube is her name is Nalea. She don't speak Spanish or anything like that, but her people are Mexican. So she was the first one that
okay,
I actually like had like a connection with and still do to this day. But other than, and of course a lot of black people, of course.
yeah.
But
But they're tapped in
yeah,
spiritually too, though. So it's like if it's not coming, like you said, if it's not coming
yeah.
from, I'm just like, I mean, that's cool and everything, but like I need it from homegrown. Like that's just how I feel.
Personally, I never
Mhm.
had like a full reading from let's just say it from white people. But I've had them pull a card for me or give me like a message. And it's people that I'm cool with on like Periscope and Twitter and what have you. But I don't get readings from a lot of people in general, no matter what you look like. So
Right. That I do want. I kept saying, but it's just like about finding the right person. Like I'll trust you to do my reading, but it's just like no. Anybody else is just like it's a hard no for me. That's just how I
well
feel.
when well
So
whenever you're ready.
yes, I'm ready. I got to see what the hell's going on. What's some advice you would give to a person who needs to become more, who wants to become more intuitive within themselves? Like, what are some steps you feel like they could take?
Hmm. It's funny because the way to grow these gifts or to become more confident with it is not actually focusing on I need to be more intuitive. It's really about the confidence and trusting yourself. Like
Mm,
in all aspects of your life. Because you could be getting stuff but you don't trust it. So you be like, oh, that's not it. Or you go back and forth with the confusion energy and you can't get no clarity out of confusion. Or
mm,
a guessing, second guessing the signs and the synchronicities and the messages. So to boil it down to it, how would I tell somebody to be more confident? I feel like that's so different for everybody. But I really feel like make decisions and stop second guessing yourself. And
yeah,
just let whatever happens from the decisions you're making, just see what happens. Like literally, you just gotta see what
right.
happens.
It's man,
So you
everything.
can learn to trust yourself. And then some people have like problems with that and they want to be nitpicky and then keep checking on it. And like, no, you made your decision. Now just see what happens. Or
Mm.
write down what you think might happen, but then forget about it. You know what I'm saying? And just see
Listen,
what
you could
happens.
just add me next time. You had to put me out on the blast on the goddamn live. Shit. But yes, now that's real shit though. because I am that person. I am like I'll make a decision that I'm going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, knowing damn well I've already got the clarity that I needed, and I'm still in my head. So yes, that was for me, girl. That's cute, girl. That's for me, girl. It's all right. So just my last question, like, how do you know? Because somebody asked me this. How do you know if you've been hexed? Like if you've had, I guess, black magic put onto you.
It's funny because that was the last one I saw on the email, and I was like, when I saw that, I was like, I ain't answering that shit. But I was like, okay, I guess I can answer to the best of my ability because I don't believe in that. Personally, I'm untouchable. You know what I'm saying? That's how I move
Right.
around here. So there's
Right.
nobody that could ever send me something that I didn't want. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I feel like I would have to feel like I deserve or whatever they're trying to send my way, you know what I'm saying? To deserve that. But people who are further in different practices probably could tell you more about that. But just
Mhm.
personally, it's kind of like that movie Skeleton Key when it was like, oh, it ain't gonna mess with you if you don't believe in it. Or people can't touch you, you know what I'm saying? When the person started believing in it, then that's when all kind of shit started happening. So I just keep that over there. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I keep that over there and I let my ancestors handle people who I feel have done me wrong because I know I could have a tendency to say some shit or speak some shit that I don't want to happen. Now I wouldn't call that hexing or whatever, but yeah, and I let them handle that. And a lot of the time, stuff that do happen is stuff that I wanted to happen, but I'd be like dialing it back, like, oh, that's too harsh. You know what I'm saying? But they agree, so look, let them
It is.
handle that. I don't even want to get like I wouldn't say tainted. I don't even want to have to deal with
Yeah, I don't
that.
want my hands dirty. Why I gotta get my hands? Why you gotta
Like,
hit us? Why I have to get my hands dirty for? Like you don't even.
like
Yes,
I
I
let
feel you
you
though.
know what I'm saying they can handle that because I ain't got time for it.
Yes, I feel you. I feel you. Well, this was a great talk. I appreciate you coming and doing this, and then we're gonna have to go do this in person again because I will have some more questions once we drop.
Bet.
I know they're gonna be like, "Well, listen, like tell the people how they could get in contact with you because I don't listen. I don't know because they're gonna be asking me how I get a reading, how I get it. So tell the people how to get in touch with you.
It's my same name on here, so Respected Zhenga on Instagram or Twitter. And when you go into the link in the bio, it'll tell you how to book a reading, how to shop, organize, how to order, organize, or trades, or whatever else that I create. All right, I don't have and I have an Etsy. All that's basically the link in the bio.
Yes,
You know what I'm
go
saying? So
ahead
all from here.
and I'm gonna contact you about these mega millions now. You think it's a game, but I need some money, girl. Nah, but thank you so much for this and great talk.
Bet. Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Gangsta shit, we can't talk about it. Girls wanna know what you did to that woman, how you gave her your heart and took it back. She lost without it.